This paper is comprehended very nicely.
Test was good, like questions were quite close to UPSC standard.
So matching was like UPSC.
Test was actually very good and few of the questions were of extremely great standard.
The test was somewhat equal to the UPSC level, pretty much close to the UPSC.
UPSC पैटर्न का था तो मुझे काफ़ी अच्छा लगा.
Most of the questions were based on UPSC pattern only.
Hi everyone. Today LevelUp IAS conducted the Pre-Samiksha, which is a series of free mock tests for prelims.
This paper is comprehended very nicely, and all sections are covered very gratefully. And it's pretty good to experience this new coaching environment. Like I not heard about the LevelUp IAS and all. Okay, and heard about first time LevelUp IAS, so it's like how it's going to be and all.
So how did you come to know about this?
Online, social, and library. Generally, all are talking that papers.
Okay, how was your experience?
So I must say it was so relevant enough, like I could relate to the questions like PT and all kind of questions. So yeah, it was good.
So how was the test?
Test was actually very good and few of the questions were of extremely great standard. So I was expecting that to be of that standard only, and the questions were quite hard. Means it was a good experience. I had not expected this level actually. So I have been a student of LevelUp in the past. So you know, the overall experience was good.
Okay, and how is the level of toughness?
It was moderate test.
Okay.
It was a bit moderate.
Okay, thank you so much. So how was the test?
Test was good, like questions were quite close to UPSC standard. So I found it good.
So like which questions did you like which subject do you think?
Yeah, economy questions were good and polity were also very conceptual.
Okay.
So like in terms of geography, I found questions were slightly less, but like economy and polity questions were sufficient in number, and those questions were good as well.
So did you get any insights into your preparation?
Yeah, like in terms of current affairs question also, so many questions were related to the things that we read in newspaper, and so like yeah, it was better for me to give this test.
Alright, thank you so much. So how was the test?
Test was good.
Okay, and how did you find the paper? Did you?
It was quite moderate. It's not tough, it was not easy.
Okay.
Some of the questions were easy and some are quite moderate.
Okay, so how close was it to the UPSC pattern?
From around 90%.
90%? Okay, good. And which attempt is this for you?
It will going to be a second attempt.
Second attempt. Okay. Alright, all the best. Thank you so much. So, कैसे था paper?
It's good enough.
Okay.
At the level we studied about. So matching was like UPSC.
Okay. And so which sections did you find tougher or easier?
Actually, I found history as a bit tough from my side.
Okay.
And rest all something bit typical about science, some terms and all. That was a bit difficult.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So how was the test?
This was the first offline test that I've ever written, and it was really good. I think it was very much in line with the previous year questions that I have attempted, and there were perfectly balanced low-hanging fruit questions and relatively tougher ones. There were a significant number of questions from current affairs as well. So I think all in all, it was a good preparation.
Okay, and which attempt is this for you?
This is my first attempt.
First attempt, okay. So how did you find the whole, like the whole atmosphere, like the test atmosphere?
Yeah, I think it was really good. The classroom, the ambience was really nice. Everyone was fully focused on the paper. So good job by LevelUp.
Thank you so much for the feedback. All the best. So how was the test?
Yeah, I pretty felt good. The test was somewhat equal to the UPSC level.
Okay.
I didn't face so much difficulty.
Okay, and any particular section the questions of which you like?
I like economics and science.
Okay.
It was quite good.
Thank you so much. All the best. So आपका टेस्ट कैसा था?
अच्छा था, I was good.
आपको यूपीएससी पैटर्न से कितना क्लोज लगा ये टेस्ट?
काफ़ी ज़्यादा क्लोज था. मतलब द वन थिंग आई रियली लाइक वाज मतलब मिक्स था. मतलब करंट अफेयर्स भी थे, बेसिक स्टैटिक के भी काफ़ी पोर्शन थे. लाइक ऑल इन काफ़ी कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव पेपर था.
और आपको कोई सेक्शन ऐसे टफ लगा उसमें से?
हाँ, लाइक थोड़ा हिस्ट्री मेरा वीक है, तो हिस्ट्री एंड कल्चर का थोड़ा लाइक कल्चर के क्वेश्चन काफ़ी मतलब आई कैन से ट्रिकी, पर अगर आपका अच्छा है तो आप ऑब्वियसली कर लोगे. पर लाइक काफ़ी अच्छा था, लाइक कॉन्क्रीट क्वेश्चन थे काफ़ी ज़्यादा.
थैंक यू सो मच.
थैंक यू.
So how was the test?
Test was good. A few of the questions were really like, as sir says, not to be done. Okay, but if you have comprehensively covered most of the topics from static and standard current sources, I think you should be able to do decent.
Okay, so how close was it to the UPSC pattern?
I would say pretty much. Because in UPSC also it happens that few of the questions are not to be done, but most of the questions can be done if you have studied comprehensively. And it wasn't unlike other test series where the questions are unusually tough, and you end up scoring very less and getting demotivated. So I think overall it was a good paper, pretty much close to the UPSC.
Right. And how did you find the test environment?
Test environment was good as well. The facilities and the management was very good.
All right. Thank you so much for the feedback and all the best for the prelims. So how was the test?
एक्चुअली आई लाइक द टेस्ट. इट वाज नॉट लाइक कि एब्सर्ड क्वेश्चंस डाल रखे हैं एकदम अजीब से. यूपीएससी पैटर्न का तो मुझे काफ़ी अच्छा लगा.
आपको कौन से सेक्शन के क्वेश्चंस अच्छे लगे?
स्पेसिफिकली सेइंग पॉलिटी वाज गुड, एंड आई वुड लाइक टू से current affairs was also good. It means I was able to recognize that I have read this topic once. तो एकदम absurd नहीं लग रहा था मुझे.
और आपको आइडिया है कि आपको कौन से सेक्शंस पे वर्क करना चाहिए?
या मैम थोड़ा सा आई गॉट द आइडिया कि जैसे मेरा मिडीवल इंडिया का मुझे थोड़ा सा डाइसी लग रहा था. आई वॉज नॉट एबल टू मार्क ऑप्शंस एक्यूरेटली, सो आई नीड टू वर्क ऑन दैट.
ऑलराइट, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द फीडबैक एंड ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर द फीडबैक. So how was the test?
It was very good. The level of questions was nice.
Okay, how close would you say was it to the UPSC pattern?
Yeah, quite close, I would say. And since it's my first attempt, so I've been only trying my previous mocks, so it was quite good.
So how did you come to know about this?
I have my friend in my the current affairs program of LevelUp, so he recommended me to join the test series, and it was really.
Thank you so much for the feedback and all the best for the prelims. So आपका टेस्ट कैसा रहा?
ठीक था, काफ़ी समाउ एक्सटेंड था. कुछ क्वेश्चंस तो ऐसे थे कि जो कि काफ़ी सिमिलर लाइंस पे थे, ऑप्शन एलिमिनेट करने थे, पहुंच जाना था. और कुछ ऐसे क्वेश्चंस भी थे जिसमें 2 तो एलिमिनेट हो जा रहे थे, पर वो 2 नहीं हो पा रहे थे. तो अच्छा था, क्वेश्चन पेपर काफ़ी अलाइन था पैटर्न से. बाकी अटेम्प्ट भी ठीक ठाक रहा. बाकी देखते हैं अब रिजल्ट कैसा आता है. मैंने तो सोचा है कि नेक्स्ट 4 जो भी अटेम्प्ट्स हैं अगले 3 वो सारे ही देने हैं.
ग्रेट. Thank you for the feedback. For all the best for your prelims.
Thank you so much.
So how was the test?
Yeah, test was pretty good. Like I was able to attempt around 85 questions, and most of the questions were based on UPSC pattern only. Like it was pretty good.
So any particular section that you thought the questions were good?
Like economic section was a bit easy, I would say.
Okay.
And art and culture history wala portion bit difficult because LevelUp IAS, as far as I have heard, it is a very good institute, and so many ranks have been, from this institute already. And yeah, so I thought I will give it a try for this time.
Great, great. Thank you so much for your feedback and all the best with Prelims.
Thank you.